The reason that this happens is when we have a side part and we cut the hair the same, and that hair falls. One side's going to be a lot longer than the other. So we have to cut the hair so that it falls in the same place. But then the challenge became, if I cut the hair at the same place and that weak side is shorter, and then that becomes my guide length for that whole section, I already have less hair to work with, and I've got a shorter guide length. And so what happens is this whole side ends up shorter. And then on the heavy side, I've got a longer guide length and more hair, more scalp to work with. So this is really a math problem. And if you use the Head Shape Matters formula, it can be figured out how to do it. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to establish how much density I need for this particular client's hair density. So I drop that down and then do the same thing on the other side. Once I have that established and I clip that hair out of my way, I look at how much hair I have left to work with. And if I actually measure this, I have on this side of the head 3 inches of scalp to work with. On the other side, I have 5 inches of scalp to work with. So on this weak side, I have to cut my guide length shorter by 2 inches. And then I have to create a lot more over direction on the weak side in order to get from my 5-inch guide length down to my 11-inch perimeter. And by the time I'm done cutting, because it's mathematically formulated, it will reach my perimeter. And so we've started our layers where we want them, and it's worked down to that perimeter length. On the other side, I have a 7-inch guide length. I have 5 inches of scalp to work with, so my elevation is not going to be as severe. So again, I have mathematically formulated how I need to cut each level so that when I am finished cutting, I go from a 7-inch guide length down to my 11-inch perimeter. And everything looks the same, even though it was cut different. I will be teaching this system at Premier Orlando on Monday, June 1st, from 2 till 5 p.m. Please visit the Premier Orlando website to purchase tickets.